burnout is something which is really topical at the moment. People are talking about it all over the world, and some people think it's only associated with the more advanced health systems, but actually you see it everywhere. You see evidence of it everywhere. There's also this perception that it's all related to the introduction of an electronic medical record, EMRs. The introduction of an EMR equals physician burnout. I don't think that's quite true, because there are lots of factors that influence physicians being pressurized during consultations. Imagine you were in a position where you had to see a person for the first time. Within the 10 or 15 minutes you had to try to figure out what they're trying to tell you, what they really mean to tell you, examine them in that time, and then introduce some behavior modification techniques in terms of trying to change their behaviors. Their behaviors, which in non-communicable disease, of course, is really important, because we know that actually changing a person's behavior to adopt more healthy behaviors leads to an improved outcome. And at the same time, you're also trying to fill in the treatment gaps. You're trying to do an awful lot of things within 15 minutes with people who nowadays are very different to the people that existed 50 years ago. Because the style of healthcare now is one of collaboration rather than instructing people what to do. That takes some time and effort. So the EMR is part of the issue, but it's not the whole issue. I think there's nothing as good as the fact that healthcare data is democratized, because clearly what used to be the place where only physicians went to, in other words, to find out a story about a disease, is now available to everybody. But I think we also need to be quite careful here, because information does not necessarily mean insight, and that they are different. And also, of course, there are many sources of information. Some of them are reputable and some of them are less reputable. And we need to actually manage to find a way to advise people on the more reputable places to seek advice. We know how dangerous this can be. I mean, the anti-vax movement, for example, has led to some significant problems in Europe, in Italy, in Greece, in the United States, in different places. So this is quite a serious issue. But I think there's lots we can do. Lots we can do to ensure that the democratization of information leads to people becoming activated. And by activation, I mean people taking more control over their health and care, which inevitably is going to lead to better outcomes. HIMSS is in a really good position when it comes to digital maturity, because it is the organization that has ideated and set up a whole series of models around digital maturity. From the electronic medical record adoption model, EMRAM, which is probably one of the best well known, to DIAM, which is the digital model, to AMAM, which is the analytic model, through HSIM, which is the supply chain model, OMRAM, the outpatient model, INFRAM, the infrastructure model, and CCMM, which really looks at an integrated care system and measures the connections between them. All these models are really attempts to assess how mature a system is. But not only does it assess how mature a system is, it also advises the people in control of the system where it's best to invest their energies to actually get up a maturity scale. Having something as granular as a digital maturity scale over seven levels enables one to be able to really gauge a system well. Hopefully by getting people to participate. I don't think there's anything as boring as lecturing to people, and I don't think we do that anymore. I think they'll be as exciting as people wish them to be. They'll be open, people can ask questions, people can intervene, and I think we can all learn together, because at the end of the day all we do is use data and technology to improve our knowledge, and you learn every day. As I learn every day, I hope people will learn every day with me.